Hi, my name is Tim Dunham. I'm with Dave Ray and Associates. We are the Michigan manufacturers reps for Magnetrol International and Orion Instruments, which is a Magnetrol company. Today I want to show you a couple nice exclusive things that Orion has for magnetic level indicators. First of all is the Aurora model of magnetic level indicators. This is the chamber, and as you will see, there's a baffle in here. A lot of people wonder why. Well, in this case, this is the float. The float would go in this chamber. This is a guided wave radar probe. You can put that in this chamber, and you have liquid, of course, all the way around here. The advantage of having a guided wave radar in here rather than the typical magnetorestrictive is the fact that you have two different technologies. If something were to happen to this float and it got stuck or wasn't moving for whatever reason, you still have control signal coming, 4 to 20 milliamp analog, out with the guided wave radar because it's not dependent on the magnetic field of the float. And talking about our floats, again, this is cut away. Normally they're pill-shaped, as you know, but something I want to point out that our competition does not do is mark all the floats, serial number, tag number, model number, and the specific gravity, along with an arrow pointing up to show you if you have to take this out for whatever reason and you go to put it back in, you know which direction to point it. Okay. Also inside here, our magnetic field, what they've done is they put magnets all the way around here. There's several, hopefully you can see in there. All right. And then these rings that hold it in place and the carbon steel ring here. What this one does is actually magnifies, amplifies the magnetic field on there. So you get a better connection with your flags or some of your switches or whatever. Now, with that, I want to show you another part of the MLI that I am real excited about. This is the reveal indicator. And what this does, as you will see here, and again, you can get any color you want. I love the orange because it's highly visible. But you notice the wide display, that allows for a 140-degree viewing area from center. And also this can be seen from 150 to 200 feet away. So for a visual indicator, it's great. If you were to compare this to, say, to a sight glass, you have to get pretty much right on top of a sight glass. And the other thing I want to point out is a sight glass, if it gets broke, you will have a spillage of your media. In this case, this sits on the outside of the chamber as such. There is no liquid coming through here, so if something should happen to this display, you will not get any leakage. Now, part of that display, the display on this one, the whole unit is 3/16 stainless steel, but the lens is polycarbonate. All right. And here what they do is, this is IP68 rated when it's in the whole piece. You've got two gaskets here and a gasket down here, and you'll have another one just like that up here. At the bottom they have a valve, and before this ships from the factory they pull a hard vacuum on this. So what that does is over time you won't get condensation build up and the display stays nice and clear. Something I want to point out to you guys also is, if you like the display because of the visibility on it, but you're not quite ready for a new magnetic level indicator, or maybe budgetary issues, whatever, preventing you from buying a whole new unit, Magnetrol can make this to go on a competitive unit as well. So you get the full advantage of what we have here for the price of just the display. Something I would suggest, though, is also look at maybe possibly replacing the float. Depending on the brand that you have, you want to make sure that your magnets are all good, because these do rotate as they go up into a column, and you want to make sure all of your flags get turned properly. So, just as a safeguard, I suggest getting one of these along with your display, but it is not necessary if you're confident that your float has enough magnetic field. Briefly, I just want to show that we have a full catalog of accessories. This is an insulating blanket, kind of shows the material it's made out of, Velcro. You can do this for a couple different things. One is personal safety. If you've got a hot media in the MLI and you want to protect the workers around it from touching it, that's a great way to do it. Also, in the climate like here in Michigan, when you get 20 below temperature sometimes, you need freeze protection. You might heat trace it, and we can do electric or steam trace, and then put the blanket on it for that as well. And again, a full line of accessories are available for this. I won't go into all of them, but here's a little switch, 1 amp pilot duty. We have a 10 amp that you could operate a pump directly. We have the magno restrictive transmitter that can go on the side of the unit like all of our competitors do in a single vessel. And last but not least, if you want a guided wave radar on a competitive unit, you're going to have 2 chambers. One on each side, one for the float, one for the guided wave radar, which makes it very bulky and more expensive because you're paying for 2 chambers. So just something I want to point out, this is an exclusive for Orion. All right, if you're interested, please give me a call at Dave Ray & Associates. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.